Do we have enough time to take another risk? And I know a lot of people can look into this thing and say, well, Law, we do. We got enough time to take the risk. What are you talking about? Well, Stephen Jones came out the other day and said, hey, he believed that Zack Martin, Collins, as well as Tyron Smith will be healthy for the 2021 season. They will be back on path. They will be back in the graces of things. And do we have enough time to take the risk? That's all I'm saying, Cowboy Nation. Are you willing to go into the 2021 season and say, you know what? Let's focus in on these skill guys and let's not worry about the offensive linemen in the early of the rounds. Let's figure this thing out one more time with the guys that we already invested in. Do we have enough options to say to ourselves, okay, we know we believe in BPA, best player available, and even if there's a Elijah Vera Tucker out there, a Slater, we can pretty much skew it a little bit and say we got a Tyron Smith, man, dog it, we got a Collins, and we got an enforcer that's in the middle, a Zack Martin, who I believe gave up only 8 sacks since he's been playing in the National Football League, which is a good situation. So I want to know how you guys feel about that, because when we start looking at everything and we were saying to ourselves, okay, we made the investment in Connor Williams. He was our earliest rounds of draft picks, right? Not necessarily first, but he was picked early. Oh, Tyler Biotish, we use real estate basically. We use money, immunizations to move up, to jump in front of, I guess, trade it out with the Philadelphia Eagles to get him. How many guys do you really need on that front five to make the impact? One can argue that defense is what we need, right? One can say to themselves, hey, if this defense worked out last year, maybe we win 2 to 3 more games, right? Now, when I think of this offense, I'm looking at Dak Prescott, the center that holds everything together, the nucleus, right? This thing can go only as far as Dak Prescott is able to take them, right? I'm looking at clips, cut-ups of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. They doing their thing, baby. They out there running through the gauntlets and showing quick hip thrusts and movements and quick feet. I'm saying that's cool. But last year, of course, the offensive line went down, and we saw how that happened. And of course, the quarterback was running for his life. No right tackle, no left tackle. The interior all in flux. People are still angry and upset at Connor Williams. Now, Connor Williams, according to PFF and all of those other guys, their grade offensive lineman, had his best year. So now how we are going to be able to look back at this thing and say, are we growing with this offensive line? Or this offensive line something that we have to have patience with? Or you can just wrap it all up and say, you know what, let's just throw this out. There's ways that we can look into this, Cowboy Nation. Now, on another point, offensive line, quarterback, running back. Let's talk about this wide receiver situation. And we can sprinkle in tight end if you want. You got Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, basically, Noah Brown. And then you got Chris Lacey, who I believe, just watch out for him this year, especially during preseason and these sorts of things, training camp. Watch out for Chris Lacey. And there's some other guy, I don't even have his name on my radar right now, but Cowboy Nation, I believe in the hearts of hearts that the Dallas Cowboys, if they are able to keep this quarterback intact. And if this offensive line predicated upon what Stephen Jones is saying, if La'el Collins is healthy, and I know it's a big old if, capital IF for Tyron Smith. I'm not worried about Zach. If that guy can stay healthy, this offense is still explosive enough to put up north of 30 points. Now, my only thing is when we start talking about the ancillary pieces, like the Cedric Wilson, the Noah Browns, and whoever they draft, because they're still going to draft some wide receiver or what have you. We got to understand that this is the quote-unquote contract year of Michael Gallup. Two things normally happen in a contract year. Either a player plays coy and you really don't see their talent explode, kind of like what we saw out of Xavier Woods. You remember that, you know, Xavier Woods contract year. We was like, Xavier Woods, where you at? Oh, Xavier Woods like, man, I'm only giving y'all like 20% this play. I'm out, man. You know. Hey, he wasn't even giving us the full capacity, right? And then there's guys, when it's the contract year, you know, you might see Lamb trying to say, hey, can I get on the field because Michael Gallup is killing it? You might see Michael Gallup catching the ball from the inside route, outside, man, doing all types of stuff up the middle and up the seam, deep drag, short, shallow crosses. You might see Gallup doing everything. So that's the thing that we got to keep in mind. And then Jerry will have to say to himself, okay, predicated upon what you are able to do and exhibit and exude, do we pay you before the end of the season or do we wait to the end of the season? So there'd be a whole lot of stuff that we have to put into our mind. So we got a lot of homework to do, Cowboy Nation, and the draft is right around the corner. Now, my bottom dollar is on best play available. My bottom dollar is not sitting out here gambling like what Stephen Jones said and say, hey, it's okay, we got a La'el Collins, we got a Zack Martin, we got a Tyron Smith. We okay, man, these guys are going to be healthy if we're going to rock out this year. No, you still draft the best player available regardless of the situation because you never know. And don't worry about the skilled players versus the other players because you got to understand this, Cowboy Nation. In order for us to elevate this thing, in order for us to get to where we got to go, baby, we got to be wise in our approach. That's all I'm saying, Cowboy Nation. So, I want to know your thoughts, Cowboys. Do you look at this situation and say, man, it's time to start wheeling and dealing? Or do you look at this situation and say, man, let this stuff play out and we'll see how this thing work out? I don't want to hear you guys saying we don't. You grab the best player available and you work this thing out. It's time to focus in. Bring everything close to your heart, soul, and mind and get out there on the field and make this thing shine and shake, baby. My name is Law Nation. I really appreciate you all. Be sure to hit that like, share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. Let's go. Let's go. No gambling. No gambling, though. Pick that best player available. I'm out. Peace.